Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
Hey y'all, I'm Emily.
And I'm Taylor, and our show, In Tune, will keep you up to speed with what's trending,
entertainment, controversy, and so much more.
Tune in to Des Moines Radio Mashup, Edge 88.1, every Monday night from 7 to 9.
Taylor and I will be your guides to what's hot and what's not, y'all.
Oh no, she didn't!
You can also tune in to hear all the hottest tracks from the 90s till now. Trust me, you won't want to miss this.
You're listening to Des Moines Radio Mashup, Edge 88.1. You're here with Emily and Taylor. So recently I saw an interview on It's Not You, It's Men, a show that I really love and I think everybody should watch, about role reversal, about men being like a stay-at-home father or husband and women being the breadwinners of the family. Taylor, could you handle a man that stays at home?
I actually could. In my own relationship, we've even talked about, since I'm the one that's got a degree in school and is more business savvy, that I would be the more breadwinner and he would love to stay home and do all, and I already made deals. I was like, I'm not going to do laundry. I don't want to cook. I don't want to do anything. So we've already started that process, but I think I could. I think in today's world, I think women get business done quicker and faster, actually.
See, I just want the best of both worlds. Like, I want a manly man that goes out and works and provides, but I also want to be the stay-at-home mom and the breadwinner, too, at the same time.
Maybe you can work from home and have the best of both worlds. But we would love to hear what you guys think. Tweet us at KDPS88. Up next, we have Selena Gomez, Good For You.
You're listening to Des Moines Radio Mashup, Edge 88.1. You're here with Emily and Taylor, tuning into Intune. So everybody by now has probably seen and or heard about the Jenna and Channing Tatum lip sync battle. Well, now there's another guest that's come on Lip Sync Battle. Recently, Hayden Panettiere was joined by Christina Aguilera as Hayden Panettiere was battling Eva Longoria on Lip Sync Battle, and Christina Aguilera sang her 2003 hit, I think, somewhere around there, Lady Marmalade.
Yeah, she actually surprised the audience by coming out while Hayden Panettiere was full-blown costume.
She looked exactly like Christina.
And all of a sudden, boom, Christina Aguilera arrives and she just takes over the whole show.
Exactly.
It was kind of awesome because I remember growing up and watching that video for the first time, and I thought they killed it, and it was just amazing to see her come back.
Song. I know.
I would love to see her battle like Britney Spears.
I was thinking the same thing.
I think that would be so funny because two pop divas of the 90s battling each other on Lip Sync Battle who can both actually sing. Up next is Genie in a Bottle by Miss Christina Aguilera. You're listening to Des Moines Radio Mashup, Edge 88, and that was Big Sean and his song Dance. When Big Sean and his girl Ariana Grande split just days after the songstress was manhandled by Justin Bieber, rumors started flying that Biebs was behind the breakup. Sean reportedly even tweeted his fury over the display of lust on stage during Ariana Grande's Los Angeles show, but later said the tweet was fake. Still, the timing of the couple's breakup is suspicious, especially with Bieber's reputation with women. Don't know what I'm talking about? Stay tuned and hear who else Justin Bieber has a major feud with. Up next is Justin Bieber and his song, You Smile. You're in tune with Taylor and Emily. Emily, what would you do with $6 million?
Ooh, a lot of stuff. Probably pay off my college and probably go ahead and just set aside money for my sister's college and then travel. Just travel.
Well, what about if your family spent $6 million on your birthday?
Oh, no. No. Way too much.
Well, for a Texas teenager, it cost her family $6 million for her quinceañera.
What kind of birthday party costs that much money? That's ridiculous.
Well, apparently, just for 2 dresses, it was $20,000 per dress.
That's
alone.
That's like a year of college.
And apparently, she had 2 celebrity guests come perform. She had Nick Jonas and Pitbull. So maybe that's where a little bit of the $6 million went. Maybe probably like $1 million just for entertainment.
Gosh. She must have had a lot of people there too, I guess, right?
I just could have never imagined spending $6 million. Not even on my wedding. Not even just, let alone a birthday.
If she's 15 and she got that kind of extravagant birthday party, like, what is she going to expect for her high school graduation or her wedding? Like, no.
I think they're trying to live like Kim and Kanye and live the lavish life. We would love to know what you guys would do with $6 million, and do you think this $6 million quinceañera is worth it or not? Tweet us at KDPS88.
You're listening to Des Moines Radio Mashup, Edge 88.1, and you're in tune with Emily and Taylor. Ladies, if you're disappointed that The Bachelor's over and now engaged and looking for a Monday night show, fear not. Teen Mom 2 returns to MTV tonight with Chelsea, Janelle, Caitlin, and Leah.
Yes, the Teen Mom 2 cast is back. I know Chelsea is newly engaged. Janelle is single or found a new boyfriend, but she's not with her old man anymore.
Doesn't she have 2 kids now?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then Caitlin, her husband actually is deported during this season.
She has 2 kids now as well.
So he's in the military, and they have 2. And then Leah is single and out of therapy for her anxiety and depression, and so she's fighting for her custody against Corey. And funny, I actually ran into Chelsea at an Atlanta airport back in December when they just recently got engaged, and they were going to Puerto Rico for to celebrate. I ran into them.
That's crazy. It sounds like the season will be full of a lot of ups and downs, especially if, Caitlin's husband's deported, and
they
seems
actually
like
have.
Most of the ladies are kind of sort of single.
Yeah, they have a trailer that came out, and there's a lot of different things happening. I know one woman had a miscarriage, one has major drama with their ex, and another one's going to court. So you guys all have to check out Teen Mom 2 tonight on MTV. Hey, all you KDPS listeners, you're listening to In Tune with Taylor and Emily.
Hey, y'all.
Alrighty, and that was Calvin Harris featuring Ellie Goulding and Outside. This week, Chelsea Handler came out and said that Justin Bieber was her worst interviewee when she had her show Chelsea Lately. Did you ever watch this show on E! Network?
I watched a little bit of it. I know she was kind of raunchy, so I wasn't particularly allowed to watch it.
And you're a huge fan of Bieber, so this is why I wanted to talk to you. What do you think of this comment she made? She said he was the worst interviewee because at the time that she did the first interview, he was 15 or something, and apparently he was trying to flirt with her on all these things, according to her. But we all know how she is and how out there and bizarre and what her coworkers say about her. But what do you say to this as a Justin Bieber mega fan?
I mean, I'm pretty sure that, like you said, when this interview took place, he was probably 15, 16. This is kind of before his little, rebirth thing happened. So, I mean,
probably
I
was
can
just
see
a nervous little
say
kid.
That, but
and I haven't really heard much of her since the Chelsea Lately show.
Sure.
So maybe she's just doing it for attention.
Yeah, it's a little irrelevant at this point.
But right now, we're going to celebrate the Biebs with What Do You Mean by Justin Bieber coming up next.
You're listening to Des Moines Radio Mashup, Edge 88.1. You're in tune with Taylor and Emily tonight.
Hi, guys.
Here's something that will hopefully maybe perk you up a little bit. SeaWorld's now saying that it's going to stop breeding orca whales while they're in captivity. The company announced on Thursday that this move has been done because animal rights activists have just been protesting this for actually a really long time, and they're just now saying that they're going to stop doing this.
Yeah, I wonder if the documentary Blackfish, it was about the orca whale that's in captivity and how he has turned on trainers and actually killed previous trainers. Mm-hmm. And they say it's from being stressed out in that close proximities. So I'm happy in that sense, but on a personal level, I'm kind of mad.
Why?
Because my whole dream and my whole life has been to go to SeaWorld and see an orca whale because that's one of my favorite animals, and now my opportunity has gone. I'm happy for the whales, but I'm kind of disappointed for
Guess
myself.
We'll just have to go see them in their natural habitat.
Exactly. That's how it's meant to be. Up next is Stressed Out by 21 Pilots.
All right, we're tuning out. Thanks for listening to In Tune with Taylor and Emily. We'll be back next Monday from 7 to 9.
Yes, guys, check us out every Monday, 7 to 9, In Tune, Taylor and Emily on Des Moines Radio Mashup, Edge 88.
You're listening to Des Moines Radio Mashup, Edge 88.1. You're in tune with Taylor and Emily. Last week, Des Moines hosted the first round of March Madness, or one of the first rounds of March Madness, where several Iowa teams dominated. But if you missed tickets to that event in Iowa, we've got a surprise for you. We're giving away 2 Harlem Globetrotters tickets to the first caller, so call us at KDPS 263-2985. Up next is Can't Be Tamed by Miss Miley Cyrus.
Here's Miley Cyrus.
You're in tune with Taylor and Emily. Spring break was last week for Grandview, and for us, we usually take that time to either relax at home, work, or some of us go on spring break. But what if spring break goes wrong?
Yeah, unfortunately, there are a ton of accidents that happen over spring break, and just recently on the news and on my social media today, I noticed that there was an 18-year-old that was reported missing after attending a music festival in South Padre in Texas, and that's scary. I know now why my parents never let me go.
Yeah, and you're
on
from
spring break.
Texas.
I mean, in high school, they never let me go, and I wouldn't even think about asking now because I know that the answer would still be no.
Just incidences like this are scary, especially for people our age, because I don't think people our age take the time to really think about what could happen. You're in a foreign
So
place,
many
you're in a
dangerous
different
situations.
place, everybody's going crazy, celebrating, having fun, but
Especially
nobody's
when
being
there's alcohol
responsible.
involved. Nobody's
Exactly.
responsible.
So we would like to hear your crazy spring break stories or anything you've heard going on, so tweet us at KDPS88. And up next is Summer Nights by Rascal Flatts.
You're listening to Des Moines Radio Mashup, Edge 88.1. You're in tune with Taylor and Emily.
Hi guys, that song was Summer Paradise by Simple Plan featuring Sean Paul. So, the Worldwide Fund for Nature recently released images and videos of the extensive coral reef damage that has been happening over the last 10 years. And it's saying that all of the coral reefs are being destroyed through a bleaching process. So everything's just disintegrating basically.
On its own, naturally, or from
Human
pollution?
Yeah, from pollutions, from oil rigs, from scuba divers going down and touching coral and just swimming through there.
So I wonder if they're not going to allow people to go, scuba and snuba diving down there by the barrier reefs, because I know that's obviously a big touristy thing to
it's
do.
a huge tourist attraction, and that's something that I've always wanted to do. I've seen pictures over my lifetime of just how beautiful it is, and to see that it's disintegrating because of us, it's kind of disappointing that we don't take care of the world that we live in.
I hope that other, nature-y things across America and the United States and all over the world don't get damaged like this does, because that's sad.
We need to be more focused on our world currently and not celebrities or minimalist drama, because these events and things are really happening.
I agree.
Up next is Bright by Eco Smith.
You're listening to Des Moines Radio Mashup, Edge 88.1. You're in tune with Taylor and Emily tonight.
Hi guys.
Earlier, Taylor and I were just talking about the Great Barrier Reef and how it's sort of disintegrating on its own and from several different factors, but here's something that will hopefully maybe perk you up a little bit. SeaWorld's now saying that it's going to stop breeding orca whales while they're in captivity. The company announced on Thursday that this move has been done because animal rights activists have just been protesting this for actually a really long time, and they're just now saying that they're going to stop doing this.
Yeah, I wonder if the documentary Blackfish, it was about the orca whale that's in captivity and how he has turned on trainers and actually killed previous trainers. And they say it's from being stressed out in that close proximities. So I'm happy in that sense, but on a personal level, I'm kind of mad.
Why?
Because my whole dream and my whole life has been to go to SeaWorld and see an orca whale, because that's one of my favorite animals, and now my opportunity has gone. I'm happy for the whales, but I'm kind of disappointed for
Guess
myself.
we'll just have to go see them in their natural habitat.
Exactly,
In the
that's how
ocean.
it's meant to be. Up next is Stressed Out by 21 Pilots.
You're listening to Des Moines Radio Mashup, Edge 88.1. You're in tune with Emily and Taylor. So, there's a very important birthday today.
Whose?
Twitter. Maybe it's not that important.
Twitter?
It's important to some people. Twitter turns 10 today.
Twitter's been around for 10 years.
I know, I saw that on social media and I was like, that's not right. There's no way.
I've only been a member of Twitter for 5 years. And for me, that seems I thought that's when it became most relevant. So for it to be around
and
for 10
it's come
years.
so long since, even a year ago to now, it's drastically different.
Yeah, now
5
they have,
years from
moments.
now, it's different. I don't even know how functional it really was 10 years ago.
Yeah, now it's more of a news.
Yeah.
I feel like Twitter's more newsy now because you have more
For sure.
hashtag trends, or if there's a trending topic, they always do hashtags on Twitter. So I feel like it's a news outlet for young adults and people on the social media mainstream, more compared to sharing thoughts like Facebook.
Exactly, I agree. Sportscasters have it, news have it, celebrities, all kinds of people.
We'd love to hear what you guys think about where Twitter will be in 10 years from now. So tweet us at KDPS88. Up next is 10 Years by Fix Me. You're listening to Des Moines Radio Mashup, Edge 88. You're in tune with Taylor and Emily.
Hey, y'all.
So you guys might know Hulk Hogan from wrestling and WWE, but he is recently in the news for winning a major lawsuit.
A lawsuit for what?
Yes, well, Gawker is an online media website that is a celebrity news gossip.
Okay.
Well, they hacked into his accounts and posted a sex tape of him. And he actually went after the company for $100 million, but the jury thought this was so bad that they awarded him an extra $40 million.
Wow.
So now he's won over $140 million against this lawsuit. I just think that's crazy amount of money for a celebrity sex tape for one, but it is different because they didn't publish it into like film or DVDs. They posted it online. So I think that's where most of the damages came from, is because kids could see it. Kids could access
minors
that.
have access to it. Mm-hmm.
So the jury ignored a plea deal for the website, and they awarded him extra money instead of what he initially went for. This is just mind-blowing to me, because we've had like Kim Kardashian and Paris Hilton have had tapes, but I guess when you put it online, it changes everything.
I hope he learned his lesson. Jeez.
Up next is Color Me Bad. You're listening to Des Moines Radio Mashup, Edge 88, and you've been in tune with Taylor and Emily. We're still giving away those 2 tickets to the Harlem Globetrotters for April 10th. The first caller gets 2 tickets, so call us at 263-2985. Up next is Say My Name.
Say my name, say
You're listening to Des Moines Radio Mashup, Edge 88.1. You're in tune with Emily and Taylor. College is expensive for the majority of people, and they oftentimes resort to financial aid, loans, scholarships, anything like that. But what about sugar daddies?
Like a real sugar daddy, like someone that pays for everything, as long as you look good?
Basically, apparently that's a rising thing among college girls. They're becoming sugar babies and finding sugar daddies to pay their college tuition. And it's kind of being questioned because, there's no way to decide if it's really prostitution, if they're engaging in things with these men, or if they're just going out with them, if they're just hanging out with them.
I mean, I've worked in places where I've known girls who are sugar babies that just go and like they're arm candy for a guy, but I've never heard of an actual person paying for college tuition for them. Like that's expensive, especially.
It is expensive.
Most of this is happening in like California and like bigger states and bigger universities. So I'm just wondering, like, that must be really expensive.
Absolutely. I don't know. Hopefully that doesn't become super common.
We would like to know, what would you do if you were a sugar baby? Would you accept someone paying for your education, or would you be like, old school way, I'm going to work for it? Tweet us at KDPS88, and up next is Gold Digga. You're listening to Des Moines Radio Mashup, Edge 88.1. You're in tune with Taylor and Emily. Emily, what would you do with $6 million?
Ooh, a lot of stuff. Probably pay off my college, and probably go ahead and just set aside money for my sister's college, and then travel. Just travel.
Well, what about if your family spent $6 million on your birthday?
Oh, no. No. Way too much.
Well, for a Texas teenager, it cost her family $6 million for her quinceañera.
What kind of birthday party costs that much money? That's ridiculous.
Well, apparently, just for 2 dresses, it was $20,000 per dress.
That's
alone.
That's like a year of college.
And apparently, she had 2 celebrity guests come perform. She had Nick Jonas and Pitbull. So maybe that's where a little bit of the $6 million went. Maybe probably like $1 million just for entertainment.
Gosh. She must have had a lot of people there too, I guess, right?
I just could have never imagined spending $6 million. Not even on my wedding. Not even just, let alone a birthday.
If she's 15 and she got that kind of extravagant birthday party, like, what is she going to expect for her high school graduation or her wedding? Like, no.
I think they're trying to live like Kim and Kanye and live the lavish life. We would love to know what you guys would do with $6 million, and do you think this $6 million quinceañera is worth it or not? Tweet us at KDPS88, and up next is Birthday Cake by Rihanna featuring Chris Brown.
You're listening to Des Moines Radio Mashup, Edge 88.1, and you're in tune with Emily and Taylor. Ladies, if you're disappointed that The Bachelor's over and now engaged and looking for a Monday night show, fear not. Teen Mom 2 returns to MTV tonight with Chelsea, Janelle, Caitlin, and Leah.
Yes, the Teen Mom 2 cast is back. I know Chelsea is newly engaged. Janelle is single or found a new boyfriend, but she's not with her old man anymore.
Doesn't she have 2 kids now?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then Caitlin, her husband actually is deported during this season.
She has 2 kids now as well.
So he's in the military, and they have 2. And then Leah is single and out of therapy for her anxiety and depression, and so she's fighting for her custody against Corey. And funny, I actually ran into Chelsea at an Atlanta airport back in December when they just recently got engaged, and they were going to Puerto Rico for to celebrate. I ran into them.
That's crazy. It sounds like the season will be full of a lot of ups and downs, especially if, Caitlin's husband's deported, and
they
seems
actually
like
have.
most of the ladies are kind of sort of single.
Yeah, they have a trailer that came out, and there's a lot of different things happening. I know one woman had a miscarriage, one has major drama with their ex, and another one's going to court. So you guys all have to check out Teen Mom 2 tonight on MTV. Up next is Sorry by Justin Bieber. Here's for you, Em. You're listening to Des Moines Radio Mashup, Edge 88.1, and you're in tune with Taylor and Emily.
Hey, y'all.
So, recently, Samsung has released its new product, the virtual reality goggles.
Is that those things that's on the Lil Wayne commercial?
Yeah, when he's always like, Lil Wayne
Uh-huh.
skiing with Wesley Snipes.
Oh, yeah.
And then he takes them off. Mm-hmm. The weird commercials that we always see.
Yeah.
It's actually funny that they use Lil Wayne because we haven't heard from him in like media or like pop culture lately in the past like 3 or 4 years.
I think the only thing he's done is like he's been featured on some of like 2 Chainz's new songs on his new album, but I know that's very odd for them to use him for this new product that they're releasing.
Yeah, maybe he's coming back into music, or maybe he's just going into other avenues. We want to know what you guys think about these virtual reality goggles, because for me, I think these are a little ridiculous. I do not want to see people walking around with little goggles on. How about you disconnect and go on a walk and enjoy nature? You don't have to ski through the Alps on your goggles.
Actually do it in real life. You
Exactly.
don't need a virtual reality when you can make it your real reality.
Yeah, exactly. But we would love to know what you guys think about these new virtual reality goggles. Tweet us at KDPS88. And up next is E.T. by Katy Perry. Yes, I actually like both of these movies for different reasons. Obviously, The Notebook's more of like a romantic type of love story. And then Step Brothers has given everybody the best punchlines
laughs
in pop culture. So to see these two movies that have been so popular in both their genres be remade into a sequel using all of the original cast for both of them, I think that's really cool. I know The Notebook 2 is supposedly supposed to be after Noah and Allie's wedding, which no one ever got to see, and their children. And then the Step Brothers 2, they're actually still currently developing the story.
That'll definitely be interesting to see the storyline for Step Brothers 2, because I feel like they'll really have to be creative with that. But in The Notebook 2, that'd be really interesting to see Rachel McAdams and Ryan Gosling together, because they were actually a couple in real life, and Ryan Gosling now has a child with Eva Mendes. So, I don't know. That'd be interesting to see.
It could be another Brad and Angelina and Jennifer Aniston.
Could be.
We hope not, but I always secretly wanted Allie and Noah, aka Rachel McAdams and Ryan Gosling, to be together. I loved them together, but we want to know what you guys think about this. Are you guys excited for this movie, or what other movie would you like to see a sequel of? Tweet us at KDPS88, and up next is Best Love Song.
You're listening to Des Moines Radio Mashup, Edge 88.1, and you've been in tune with Taylor and Emily. Could you imagine celebrating the birth of your newborn baby with complete strangers? Well, that's what happened to a family in Bainbridge, Georgia. So they had a group text message between family members trying to announce the birth of their new baby, you know, that it's going to be occurring pretty soon, and somebody accidentally entered the wrong number into the group text message. So the person with the wrong number said, "We'll be by in a little bit." Him and his brother showed up and even gave gifts to the couple who just had their newborn baby. And they shared this on Facebook, saying that this is so sweet and kind to do this. Thank you for giving to someone you don't know. If only we all had this kind of heart.
So they had no idea who the couple having the baby was.
No, they didn't know them at all.
But they told them that they would come see the baby, and they brought them gifts.
Yeah, I think they thought it was a joke, because on Facebook there were screenshots of the text messages, and it was saying, you know, we'll be by. Me and the boys will come through in a little bit to take pics. It was a man and his brother that came through, and I think they were like, LOL. You know, I don't think they thought they were going to show up, but they definitely did.
Well, that's actually kind of cool. It's like mishap, but it's kind of nice that they actually came through and was like, oh, hey, it's not our baby, or we have no idea who you are, but congratulations, here's a gift.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. I wish more people were just caring like that.
Random acts of kindness. I know, random acts of kindness are rare like that. And the other day, speaking of acts of kindness, I saw like just a man just walking. He didn't even work at the establishment, but he walked all the way around and picked up all the trash with like a trash pickupper, and then he proceeded to go in and go shopping, like for groceries. I thought that was just so nice to take time out of your day to do something nice for someone else. We'd love to know what you guys think about random acts of kindness. Tweet us at KDPS88. Up next is Baby by Justin Bieber. You're listening to Des Moines Radio Mashup, Edge 88.1, and you've been in tune with Taylor and Emily for the past 2 hours. We're really signing off, but we will leave you with one more song. It's Work by Rihanna featuring Drake. This is Taylor Roseboom, and I am joined by Dr. Deb Franzen, professor of nursing here at Grandview University, who had the pleasure of teaching Miss Colorado herself, Kelley Johnson, who graduated from Grandview in 2015, and who recently was in the media outlets for her monologue on Miss America, bringing awareness to the nursing profession across the United States. For being a former teacher of Kelley, what tools did Grandview give Kelley to succeed in her future? And did you have any knowledge of her platform Kelley was going to have after the Miss America pageant?
Being a liberal arts college or university, you get a nice foundation of background, not only on your major, but just what it means to be an educated person. And I think Kelley drew upon that. She was demonstrating good leadership skills. She took a risk in terms of using her monologue as talent, and I was proud that she took that opportunity to convey what it means to be a nurse, what it means to care.
What do you think of the criticism Kelley received after appearing on the Miss America pageant, where she did give a monologue about her experiences as a nurse, and she received backlash for it not being a talent, or being a nurse is not a talent?
I think it's interesting that that would be something that she'd be criticized about. I frankly didn't hear much criticism. I heard lots of amazement, I guess, in terms of her choice and that it was risky to do, but I wasn't aware of maybe as much backlash as perhaps you are. But I could see how people would be perhaps confused by that a little bit, because I know that not everyone can be a nurse. And she, I think, was conveying that it takes a special kind of being and a special way of being to be a nurse. And in many respects, that then could be considered talent. She was there choosing to perform using a monologue that had to do with developing a relationship with a patient. And again, not everyone can do that. Clearly, the nursing community was behind her.
There is no denying that supporters across the nation rallied behind her in the cause of making every patient not just a diagnosis, and I know that's important within the nursing program here at Grandview. But have you seen any noticeable impact here at Grandview in regards to the nursing program since?
Not really. I guess we weren't terribly surprised within the nursing program that there was the impact that there was. We teach our students about the importance of image, and if anything, her monologue was a good opportunity to use that as a teachable moment for the rest of our students in terms of them thinking about what she did that promoted the image of professional nursing practice, because many times what you see on TV and in movies doesn't always depict the profession of nursing in the way that we would like to see it depicted. Kelley made a positive impact on our image, and so we have used that in the classroom as an opportunity to look at that and discuss that in terms of image.
Have you seen students be more engaged in their work since seeing their very own alumni on such a high platform across the nation bring so much awareness to a major here at this university that is very important, and it's been known at this university for nursing?
There was a lot of buzz leading up to the pageant and then immediately thereafter. So I think there's just pride not only in Kelley, but pride in the profession that got the visibility that it deserves.
I'd like to thank Dr. Deb Franzen for joining me today. Since her appearance on Miss America, Kelley Johnson has also traveled around the United States advocating for nurses and the nursing programs, as well as appearing on The Dr. Oz Show and Ellen DeGeneres, where she received funds to continue her education at grad school and pursue her lifelong dream of being a nurse, and the importance of patients being not just a room number or a diagnosis, but a person very first. This is Taylor Roseboom reporting for KDPS News. You're listening to Des Moines Radio Mashup. You're in tune with Taylor. Me and Emily are taking a break from our duo show, so tonight I will be covering celebrity feuds. First, we're going to start with Drake and Meek Mill. It seems like everybody in hip-hop had something to say about these two rappers and their super-sized beef. It all started with Meek, out of nowhere accusing Drizzy of enlisting a ghostwriter. They also have beef when it comes to Nicki Minaj. Drake clapped back with not one, but two diss tracks, one of which is Back to Back, which is still on Billboard charts to this day. Drake has many collaborations over the past few years with Minaj and is actually under the same label as her, but Meek Mill might have beat him to the punch. Meek Mill and Minaj were reportedly engaged after Drake called out his love to her. I want to hear what you guys think about this little love triangle. Tweet me at KDPS88. And up next is Back to Back by Drake. You're listening to Des Moines Radio Mashup, and that was Nicki Minaj and her song Right Through Me. Known for starting one of Twitter's most epic feuds, the controversial rapper recently called out Teen Mom OG star Farrah Abraham for being a bad mother to her 6-year-old daughter Sophia, and also being disrespectful to her own mother Deborah. It all started with a tweet. As most celebrity battles do these days, Minaj showed no mercy while criticizing Abraham's behavior on the hit show, and then referred to Farrah as a bad mother and a poor example for her daughter. Like in true fashion, Abraham clapped back and wrote, "'Cause you're a parent, right?" referring to Nicki Minaj having no children, so her unbiased opinion didn't matter to her. What do you think of this feud? Do you think she's justified? If you ever watched the show? Tweet me at KDPS88, and up next is Hey Mama by Matt Kearney. You're listening to Des Moines Radio Mashup, and you're in tune with Taylor. That was Kanye West and his song Gold Digger. Never one to miss out on an opportunity to stir up controversy, Yeezy outdid himself when he rushed the stage of Taylor Swift's acceptance speech back in 2009. The incident even spawned its own catchphrase called Being Kanye. The two buried the hatchet on the stage of the MTV VMAs this past year, but Kanye actually brought the feud back on when he referred to being the key reason for Taylor Swift's success. In true Taylor fashion, she took the stage to accept her award for Best Album of the Year at the 2016 Grammy Awards, where she hinted at Kanye's remarks towards her, saying, "There are going to be people along the way who try to undercut your success. Is this the end of a feud, or is it just the beginning of something bigger?" Tweet me at KDPS88, and up next is 22 by Miss Taylor Swift. You're listening to Des Moines Radio Mashup, Edge 88, and that was Big Sean and his song Dance. When Big Sean and his girl Ariana Grande split just days after the songstress was manhandled by Justin Bieber, rumors started flying that Biebs was behind the breakup. Sean reportedly even tweeted his fury over the display of lust on stage during Ariana Grande's Los Angeles show, but later said the tweet was fake. Still, the timing of the couple's breakup is suspicious, especially with Bieber's reputation with women. Don't know what I'm talking about? Stay tuned and hear who else Justin Bieber has a major feud with. Up next is Justin Bieber and his song, You Smile. You're listening to Des Moines Radio Mashup, Edge 88, and that was You Smile by Justin Bieber. Now, Justin Bieber has had his fair share of drama in love triangles, but one of the most notorious ones is with Orlando Bloom. The actor has had his fair share with Bieber since way back in 2012, when Justin Bieber performed at the Victoria's Secret fashion show, where Orlando's wife at the time, Miranda Kerr, was walking in the catwalk. Bloom and Kerr were separated at the time, and there were allegations that Miranda and Bieber may have hooked up or exchanged flirty texts. Well, Bieber fueled the fire even more by posting a picture of Miranda Kerr on his Instagram page. And then later, when Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez had broken up, Orlando was seen with Selena Gomez stealing another one's girl. How did Justin Bieber react to this? Well, in Spain, when the two actors were in 2014, Justin Bieber allegedly told Bloom that Miranda wanted Justin Bieber back and that he should ask her what's good, provoking Orlando to punch him in the face. Now, this has been on the hush-hush in mainstream medias, but I am quite impressed with this. Justin Bieber just turned 22, and Orlando Bloom is in his 30s, so what did he actually say to get a rise out of him? Nobody knows, but I'd love to hear your thoughts. Tweet me at KDPS88, and up next is My Girl by Mindless Behavior. Hey, all you KDPS listeners, you're listening to Des Moines Radio Mashup, Edge 88, and that song was My Girl by Mindless Behavior. Now, this next celebrity feud I'm going to talk about has been in the recent news lately. It's Kesha and her mentor/manager, Dr. Luke. The TikTok singer and super producer, Dr. Luke, have been flinging lawsuits at each other left and right over the past couple months. The hitmaker allegedly claims that the producer has been emotionally abusing her and sexually abusing her over her career with him, and it drove her to have an eating disorder. But the producer, Luke, countersued, saying the singer and her mother are just trying to extract money from him and their management agreement. Last month, the attorney for Luke demanded Kesha hand over evidence to back up her claims that his client has been abusing her, and the judge dismissed the case. So we're wondering what is behind this feud and what allegations are true and what aren't true. And Lady Gaga and Taylor Swift have came to her defense and supporting her and trying to free her from her contract. Will this feud ever end? Tweet me at KDPS88 and let me know what you guys think about this feud. Up next is Kesha and her song, Your Love Is My Drug. You're listening to Des Moines Radio Mashup, Edge 88, and that was Selena Gomez and her song, Hands to Myself. Now, Selena Gomez and Miley Cyrus practically grew up together on the Disney Channel, but that doesn't mean the girls are best friends. If anything, they're frenemies. Their drama, which dates all the way back to 2006, is showing no signs of slowing down. Miley not only dissed Selena on stage recently, but she even sent her a message on Twitter too. Now, back in 2006 to 2008, Miley and Nick Jonas dated, and then shortly after they broke up, Nick was seen hanging out with Selena Gomez. Well, that wasn't really wanted on Miley Cyrus's end, so she moved on to Justin Bieber. When Miley and Justin started getting close, Selena then started hanging out with Justin Bieber, and the rest is history, or so we thought. Miley and Justin started hanging out more after Selena and Justin Bieber had broken up, and not only did they collab on a song together, but they also were spotted hanging out a few times. Now, the drama died down for a little bit, but in 2014, after the Much Music Video Awards, Miley tweeted a message saying, "Rigged voting is whack, just saying." Now, people say that this tweet was referring to Selena and her Come and Get It singer beating Miley in the international favorite artist. What do you guys think? Do you think Miley's just jealous of Selena always taking her guy, or do you think that Miley is just as crazy as she always is? Tweet me at KDPS and let me know, but up next is Miley Cyrus and We Can't Stop. That was California King Bed by Rihanna, and you're listening to Des Moines Radio Mashup. Now, Rihanna is not one for drama, but rumors of Rihanna and Beyonce's feud has been on and off for a while. But it seems that the divas have taken it to a whole nother level of disses. This time with Rihanna's song, Better Have My Money, allegedly being about Beyonce. According to reports claim that the song was all about Beyonce, as Rihanna was renegotiating her contract with Jay-Z's record label, and the song speaks about knowing what she deserves in terms of money. However, the feud did not begin with the renegotiation of her contract. It is said that the feud has been going on for a while because Beyonce once believed that Rihanna was involved with her husband, Jay-Z. The song, which also contains lyrics saying "Your wife is in the backseat of my car," is referring to Beyonce being in Rihanna's car that Jay-Z borrowed when they moved to LA. How would you ladies feel about this feud? Would you be on Beyonce's side and not like the working relationship, or would you be on Rihanna's side and being all about your money? I'd love to hear your perspective on this feud, so tweet me at KDPS88, and up next is Queen Bee herself and Halo.